All right. Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waharakakwaдаsh Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. What I like to get into is the whole partial government shutdown, I believe. And, I didn't even factor in that, it was due to the whole immigration thing with ICE and whatnot, and whatever stipulations they agreed upon and whatnot. But hey, it's nothing more than a domino effect and a trickle effect, man. Okay, everybody's gonna be affected, bro. So people hopes need to, just really need to be reevaluated, as far as like, bro, your hope in Babylon, okay, aka America, Babylon the Great, bro, is wasted time and energy. Things are not going back to the old days. Okay, as you can see, it's more judgment going out. Okay, it's more people giving up, hitting that record button, crying on YouTube, any social media platform that you see. Okay, so expect more of that coming to a city near you. Okay, so what I have here on the screen, and once again, is a TSA shortage and TSA agents quitting, man. Okay, and the scriptures are going to break that down very well. Due to what? Due to prophecy, man. Okay, that's it, and that's all. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. I'm gonna let the excerpt of this clip play, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
If you have a flight coming up, you'll need to get to the airport extra early. The TSA is warning that a growing number of its officers are quitting. And that's leading to those long lines at airports across the country. TSA employees have been working without pay, still are, and they're about to miss their second paycheck in a row tomorrow. This is because of that partial government shutdown, that shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. No funding, and there's no end in sight for this. Democrats say they are open to funding TSA, but in exchange, they want changes to the Trump administration's immigration policies, specifically the enforcement policies.
And things are only going to grow to become more intense, man. Pretty sure they never have any disputes over funding for war, right? Niggas ain't got no issues with doing that, but people who just trying to get their daily bread, man, he is childish. But hey, the Lord is showing us, man. Okay, the Lord is showing us through prophecy. Okay, so all you detractors and naysayers are quiet as hell right now, because you being drugged through the ringer right now, man. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 14. Thou shalt not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. Okay. So whether you are, fellow Israelite or just, someone from another nation, like, bro, whatever work they've done, this is according to the law. Okay, first 5 books written by Moses. Okay, you're not supposed to wait, for your payment. The only type of waiting you're supposed to do for your payment is at the end of the day to meet your supervisor, what have you, and get paid. Because really, this weekly and bi-weekly BS or monthly, that's actually a sin according to this next verse, man. Okay, just look at the whole totality of the U.S. economy right now, due to the war right now, with these oil reserves and the Iran versus Israel and the U.S., right? That's driving gas prices up. You can expect food to continue to go up. You can also expect what? The your living expenses, right? And the living wages aren't they're not rushing to make sure people are able to make do, bro. They don't give a shit about you, man. Okay? And people are feeling it. This is verse 15. At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it. For he is poor and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto Yahweh, and it be sin unto thee. So, bro, that's bro. That's bro, and keep it a buck, bro. That's how the Lord is just, the Lord is chess, all the way up and down, man. The Lord is chess. Oh, why the business is this and that? Of course, Babylon the Great just needs to be destroyed anyway. But look how tactfully and just beautifully how the Lord is just dismantling this place. Because, hey, if I'm doing a job that, that I finished, or a task that I've completed, I'm supposed to be paid for that day. And here it is. They've got people working cycles, letting them know, oh no, we got you on the back pay. Nah, the hell with back pay, man. What about today's pay? Right? And this place is just totally ass backwards, man. Now those niggas and Spicks and Tomahawks on the corner with those dresses and those beards don't sound so crazy now. Jake, now everybody's feeling it. And the audacity of a lot of you assholes to be so proud after 2020. And people just know, bro, it's only going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? We know first and foremost through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua what's coming. We told y'all the things that are currently going on war-wise. We told y'all currently the current state of the economy. We told you, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. So it's always going to be I told you so when it comes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. Okay? And not to leverage any type of BS over any or lord or anyone, or poke fun at people. Nah, this is just prophecy. Okay? This is just prophecy. Let me reread that again, man. Verse 15. At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto Yahweh, and it be sin unto thee. Hey, so that's a sin there, bro. That's sin unto that corporation, I shall say, right? That's sin to that corporation. Who's ever the head honcho, hey, that's transgression against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. And ain't no there's no discussion to be had, right? There's nothing to be, we're if anything, men who doing the work through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua. Yeah, we're baffled. People are still like cheering this place on, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, okay, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay, who's that? And who just came forward? Priest, the elder Sha'ar of our camp, Dallas GMS Dallas, or what have you. Either way, brother like to say it. I believe that brother posted a beautiful clip of an image of Jerome Powell. I think it was an article. I think they said this was the first month they hadn't created no jobs. Everybody knows the U.S.E. loves to brag about economic growth, right? Economic growth and job opportunity. I believe they said this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken. If I happen to, follow up, which through the Spirit, it's going to be a follow-up anyway, but I believe this is the first month they haven't had any new jobs, right? So that's very telling. That's Jerome Powell, right? I believe Mr. Jerome Powell is a head of or a very big part of the whole Federal Reserve, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so hey, it's getting real out. It's continuing to get more real out here. It's been real out here, but it's continuing to get more real out here. Okay, I'll continue reading. Verse 4. And those doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. People are complaining about music, the quality, therefore, the lack of, which is still great music out there, but it's like it's not a golden era, to be even spoken of per se. You could say it's due to age gap or generational. Truth is, a lot of music does suck, and then there's a lot of great music. But what's being pushed? A lot of the music that sucks. A lot of trash ass trends. The quality of music. The most talented people are just, man, they'd rather just throw boxes for UPS than take part of the what's going on, especially with the music industry being exposed. When these big wigs started getting more so exposed, and the evils that goes on in the music industry, hey, like I say, it's a domino effect. It's a trickle effect. It's trickling down. What are they doing? They're starting with the head, man. They're starting with the head. They're getting, and they're putting Jake as the poster child, which 2/3 of our people are wicked. We get that. But the fact of the matter is, that video that was just played at the beginning of this lesson showed that TSA agents are quitting. Airport is backed up. Hella delayed flights. People working check to check. That's not the move no more. Which a honest day's work, is it's what you're supposed to do, right? As an adult, an honest day's work. But at the same time, after that honest day's work, what? That hand's supposed to be open and receiving the wages that were agreed upon. But that further proves we're in captivity. Okay? Everything is ass backwards here, man. People quitting jobs. People getting laid off. Jobs ain't being created. It slipped my mind that it was still a partial government shutdown, man. On their second paycheck and haven't received the first one. Oh, but you'll get back pay. Like, bro, that's not that's not something to be geeked up over, man. I'd be more so geeked up, hey, when a pay cycle ends, I know that my direct deposit come. But see, the dependency of this place has definitely blinded those who are so dependent on this place. You can't see past the white man being the ruler. So hey, the Lord is showing Jake, man, this place is going to be continued to be cooked, man. Okay. That's hitting very hard, bro, with the whole partial government shutdown. That's heavy, bro. It's not a game out here, man. This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. Okay, so scamming, that's wicked. Okay, it's being a low down thief. Okay, now if you found something that's been no claim to, I mean legitimately, and hey, by all means, if it ain't no strings or no hidden agendas or vendettas, and You know, it's kind of like, bro, if you find $1,000, you know, hey, call Allah Yabashim Yasha. But defrauding and being a piece of shit thief, a robber and a thief, hey, the Lord is telling you here right now, man. Okay? The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Okay? In other words, pay me my money after my 8 hours or whatever hours I've worked. Okay? But what are they doing? They're guaranteeing back pay. Like, bro, that is not soothing to the soul, bro. Especially a place that, they'll have their little empathy trial, but hey, that empathy only goes so far here in Babylon the Great, right? It's getting so real. Okay. And this will continue, to spiritually be a trend. Okay. Ever since everybody liked the trend, guess what? The Lord has a trend, and it's called prophecy. So it's going to continue. It's going to continue with the references I made or analogies, snowball effect, trickling down, and domino effect. When something gets momentum, it doesn't stop. It just rolls over your ass. Just like prophecy is just going to roll right over your ass. You either going to roll with prophecy or prophecy going to roll. Like, bro, the prophecy don't stop because your bills can't be paid or things aren't going your way or you feel some type of way. You're not going back to the old days. Okay. Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, is done. Okay. we're in World War III already. Okay, so just continue to see more, but that's all I have on this. And Abba Ratazah, this has been edifying for the body. So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakak Wadash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achion, pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat that are listening. Shalom.